Salute your most noble and honorable opponent. Salute this wonderful crowd that has gathered here for us today.
Give them applause. There you go.
After ready, lay on!
Folks, you should pay very close attention to how they move their feet. You'll notice that actual sword fighting has to do a lot with sidestepping rather than stepping backwards and forwards. And a hold was called because the fight was quite clearly over at that point. You see the two adopting a stance called half sword, another stance that made it much easier to pierce armor. It shortened the long sword into basically a short spear, made it much easier to guide into the squishy bits. As they both demonstrated right there, looked like a double kill.
Lay on!
Adopting a higher guard, Sir Greg moves in and blocks Sir Ben with his undercut, and then boom, a quick... And Sir Ben blocks in the last second. He ends up on the ground, but bravo, Sir Ben. And then he uses Sir Ben, and Sir Ben got a very good last minute block. You see them both adopting lower guards called the plow. It's to stop an opponent from coming in really close. Not a bad idea. And you see some wrestling coming into play here again. None of them quite finding purchase. They're trying really hard though. There's Sir Greg with a pommel, and Sir Ben is down. And a stab from Sir Ben. Not bad. And I think they're both done. They're giving each other the customary hug. Yeah, there we go.
Lay on!
These guys fight a lot, so this is interesting. You're going to see a lot of high guards block and a nice stab in between, Sir Jeff's guard. Can't actually hit them. So you'll notice that it takes quite a bit of doing to knock the enemy's sword aside and then hit them in a harder bit there. That looked like there may have been some hits, but to be honest, it's really hard to keep purchase. And there, remember what I said about low blows? Right from that blade. You see Sir Jeff adopting a very high guard. Sir Dave is adopting the lower one, trying to get underneath the guard, and bam, there we go. A nice double kill as they both kind of miss each other and then stab in to take advantage of openings.
After ready, go.
Jeff adopting a high guard again, and there is great. Sir Dave knocked it aside and came down on his unprotected side. Beautiful.
Lay on!
They come again, both in high guards. Dave drops to a low, knocks Sir Jeff's sword aside. Once again, and it looks like a slash. Piece of side flopping open. He does have neck protection, don't worry. Oh, a quick little undercut there to Dave's hands, catches him a little bit off guard. Very cheeky. Sir Dave here adopting a transitional guard known as the crown guard. He's preparing for a quick attack from above. It lets him spring very quickly. Looks like the flat of the blade, Dave said.
Lay on!
The Marshall's encouraging more brutal play.
Your spear, Marshall! Actually, it's just spear.
Where's the cut? Getting little incidental cuts on each other, nothing much, and then commanding the blade and moving in for the stab. Very good, Sir Dave. Bravo, both of them. Give him a hand, folks. Bravo. Sir Jeff and Sir Dave, folks. And you can tell those two practice a lot together. They can really anticipate each other's moves.
All right, gentlemen, on your guard, lay on!
You'll notice Sir Dave is wearing a pair of male mittens here. They're not often seen, but they're really cool. They're parts of history. They weren't really used after the 12th century or so, but they're very interesting to see on the field. You see them both adopting high guards, trying to get into each other over the stab. And Sir Dimitri gets under the armpit, as does Sir Dave, I think, at the same time.
Lay on!
And again, if you watch very closely, you'll see what tack each of them takes to try and hit their opponent. Sir Dave also has to try and stab because that's pretty much the only way you can get through your opponent's mail. But I believe that was a kill for Sir Dimitri while he was there. He could have pretty nice stab into the arm.
Lay on!
And they're adopting low guards, transitioning again. It's not very often you see people standing in a guard while they're moving, so you'll notice that every time they take a step, they'll change their guard.
Lay on!
And here we are. You see Dimitri advancing. Pretty bold considering he's wearing less armor. And then there we go. Hold! There's a thrust underneath and a rondel, which is Dimitri's dagger. Removed there. The rondel was used to finish off a knight. It was, you wrestled it in the ground, hit the rondel, press it to the rye plate.
You know our knights.
I do. This is Sir Andrew over here, and this is Sir Mark. knee. This is the big bear hell. Around.
Lay on!
There we go. There's their Andrew running right up into engagement range and whack, whack, whack. Once again, whacks don't do much against plate. As you can tell, they gotta find a good spot to stab. You're seeing that over there. They're moving around. There's a weapon on the field. Marshall, a weapon on the field. There you go.
The man of 1,000 lives on the rock one.
There was a secret weapon in his shield. He's been discovered. Calling them back to center for a reset.
Gentlemen, lay on!
Getting ready again. A shield is an interesting thing. You get to really push aside an enemy's sword and find an opening for yourself. Oh, Sir Andrew a bit. Oh, a bit of a fumble on Sir Andrew's part, trying to grab for a trundle, and Sir Mark just took advantage and pulled right through.
Lay on!
Ready, here they come. A good whack trying to set aside his sword, trying to keep him up there, and I think that was... Oh, I didn't see that. Sir Andrew got a nice shot right to Sir Mark's groin area there. Two armored tanks slamming into each other. Admittedly, they're probably getting, this sort of fighting is pretty tiring. But Sir Andrew moving around with his usual lightness. You see them wrapping around their strikes over the... And then I think Sir Mark has him. Oh, once again, Sir Andrew with a very sneaky little stab at the same time. That was pretty good, guys. I think that was that your... Yeah, that was it, folks. Give him a hand. We have a couple of our lady fighters coming to the field. We have Lady AJ in the purple armor with the sword and shield. And for the very first time, I believe, Lady Tina in her full plate. Yeah, give her a nice warm round of applause. I think this is the first time she's fighting in her armor here today. Yeah.
Lay on!
There we go. Again, adopting higher guards, and AJ gets around and gives a smack on her fan brace, which didn't do much, but it got under guard. Oh, there we go. Cut to the belly real quick, and a slice down. Double strike to the neck. Bravo.
Lay on!
Here they come again for another pass. Here's Tina adopting a higher guard, trying to ward off those quick little strikes from AJ's smaller sword, and AJ gets it in under her arm. Oh.
Lay on!
There we go. Oh, there's a nice block. Going into half sword.
Closer, Tina, closer!
She's doing good. She's got a nice block on there. She's got it there, and oh, not bad. Strike from AJ getting her on the breastplate, but I believe Tina has placed that perfectly at the neck.
Lay on!
She's so ready. Get her. Couple of good hits right off the bat. Good point placement. See, they're trying to ward each other's blows off while trying to get under the arm, but bravo. AJ does indeed see the top. Bravo, ladies. Oh. We have a little bit of a lover's spat here. Lady Erika is fighting Sir Kane, her boyfriend, in traditional Viking sword and shield style, wearing mail. Yeah, he made her that sword. It was a really bad idea.
Lay on!
Notice how they hold them. Viking swords were much more balanced towards the blade, so you have to kind of find openings with that sword, and that was a very good strike from Sir Kane.
Ready? Lay on!
Erika adopting a higher guard, getting ready, keeping it close to the shield. You notice Kane trying to keep his shield close to himself and then flipping it over to give himself the advantage, covering himself with his shield last second before he strikes around and under. Oh! Apparently, Erika has decided that a sword isn't good enough and she wants to use an axe. Yeah, apparently Kane did something wrong. What was it? Dishes? Did you not compliment her chainmail? He's gonna come in quick. Kane again seeking to bind with the shield. She blocks this time. Very good on Erika's part, and a couple of good shots from Erika. And I believe a little bit better placement from Kane there, I think. Once again, they're breaking the weapons on their shields, trying to seek a good point for an advantage here. Kane trying to seek his good part here. Once again, making an opening with his shield and leaving his head open to get an axe in it. That's not how you survive, Kane.
Lay on!
Come on, man, you don't want to clean the house. You better win this. Oh, there's an axe blow to the hip just before Kane got his sword in. They were both struck though. They're done, folks. Oh, give them a hand. All right, you see Sir Ethan adopting a lower guard to match Sir Shane's. And then a higher guard once again, a quick block and underneath the arm, but I believe since Sir Ethan slashed and Sir Shane slashed, Sir Shane wins that one because Sir Ethan was wearing clothes. Oh, does it? Place the tip? Ah, Shane was flat. That's a shame. It's a shame, Shane.
Edge consciousness.
Edge consciousness indeed. It's sometimes when you get a strike, you're not quite aware that the flat of your blade ends up against the enemy and of course does no damage. Blocking up high and then a quick tip in underneath his guard. That was quick. It can indeed happen like that. Like I said, a lot of the times fights weren't quick. You found an opening and struck. You didn't want to fight very long, it would hurt. Nice strike by Sir Ethan. He waited until Sir Shane gave the opening and wham! It takes a little while and experience to build a That's really difficult. Again, both of them adopting high guards. And underneath strikes Sir Ethan, and a good bunch of blocking. Back and forth, very good. Up high and another strike by Sir Ethan. And Sir Shane, I think, manages to get the better of that one, I think. Yeah.
Lay on!
Yeah. I believe that was Sir Just telling. He's in mail. Stab him. Stop trying to slash him and stab him. Exactly. Stab him. Bam. Oh, nice placement. Bravo.
Lay on!
Ready. Sir Shane offering for a high guard on the left side, attacking the left side as well, and not sure what happened there, to be honest.
They got a little close to that rope.
Ah, gotcha. They were fighting just fine. They just got too close to the rope. So we're very conscious of safety here. We don't want our fighters to rumble off into the crowd.
This will be your last fight.
Last match between these two fighters, ladies and gentlemen. Give them a hand. Here they come. Sir Shane adopting a low guard to stop Ethan from coming up on him. And whoa! Nice stab by Sir Ethan. I believe it hits a non-vital plate though. See, they're both going low for the plow. Wonderful, wonderful stab by Sir Ethan straight through the surcoat of Sir Shane, giving him a nice battle scar. Hope you enjoy it. You see Sir Ben adopting a higher guard. Sir Brad coming in, commanding the blade and striking. Bravo!
Well placed.
Sir Ben's hilt. It's called commanding the blade and struck in low. See Sir Ben trying to find an opening, ties it in, and that was really good work by Sir Ben there. And quickly, Sir Brad comes in and Sir Brad blocked with his hand. Not a good way to keep your fingers, Sir Brad.
Lay on!
Saving your head to spare your hand, rather. You can live without it, yeah. Once again, high guards and a good strike from Sir Ben.
Oh, hit your head.
It did, yes. But it's okay, they tell him to come on. Oh, nice hit there once again. Sir Brad commanding the blade off to the side, coming in and right on the head.
Lay on!
Saber and small sword are very dynamic, very close inward cut. Stepping to really good job. They left themselves both open for that strike there. One got hit in the head, the other got stabbed straight to the gut. A lingering and painful death for Sir Brad.
Lay on!
You'll notice also that they are stepping a little bit differently from what I said before. They do circle a little. Oh, there's a nice little exchange there. I'm not too sure what happened. Looks like a hit to the hand. Sir Ben's hand, there we go. But watch how they strike. You can tell how Olympic fencing began because saber and small sword fencing is very much attacking forward and retreating, attacking forward and retreating. And very good stab from Ben, bravo.
Lay on!
And again, a high guard for Ben. And you see, nice stab, nice point work. You see what they're doing when they hit each other. They're sweeping their sword back around in a sweeping arc. It's called a moulinet. It's very important to that type of sword. And there they are, folks. That was the last one for them. Give a hand, Sir Ben and Sir Brad. This will be fun. Okay, so we have two male-clad opponents coming in, so they'll be using very similar motions. They're also both fighting with longsword. We have, once again, Sir Greg and Sir Dimitri approaching. Sir Greg in the black, Sir Dimitri in the, I want to say green. Anyone who can see color?
Yeah, it's good. You're good.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
See, once again, they're both adopting low guards to try and keep each other from hitting each other, right? There's a hold called, and both of them were getting in very close. Stabbing is the only way to get through. Just the only way, plain straight out. And there's see a stab. Sir Greg is like barely keeping that tip away from himself. Yeah. Visor again. There we go. That lock is having a hard time. That was your cue to cheer.
Oh,
Sir Greg.
that backfired.
Put in real quick. Sometimes the grass is rather slippery here.
One more.
One more. Yeah. Almost. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the last fight. Give them all your love. They're fighting, they're wrestling, they're trying to get each other into a position on the ground.
Oh!
And the music starts. Like I said, folks, fighters, they're good, ladies and gentlemen.
That mistakes were made live.
All right, folks. That's it for us for now. We will be having another show just after noon, I believe, and just after us, I believe, yeah, 1:15. And I believe we're about to see the Birds of Prey flight show, and they're coming into our ring, so if you want to stick around and see a bunch of really cool birds, you can stick around. It's a really good show. Thank you, folks. We'll see you later on.